Svabhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sivaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloki Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshulamritam Jana Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Rutapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitam Scha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Vrisavana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatayo Vyascha Kripa Sandhubhyaye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki reading from Bhagavatam Canto 5 Chapter 9 The Supreme Character of Jat Bharat, text number 9 and 10. Sacha prakrite dvipada pasubir Mata jada padhira muketi Anyone can chant? Sacha, he also, Prakritai, by common persons who have no access to spiritual knowledge. Dvipada Pasubihi, who are nothing but animals with two legs. Unmata, mad. Jada, dull. Badhira, deaf. Mukha, dumb. Iti, thus. Abhibhashamana, being addressed Yada, when. Tat Anduru Pani, word suitable to reply to others. Word suitable to reply to theirs. Prabhasate, he used to speak. Karmani, activities. Cha, also. Karyamana, being cursed to execute. Para ichaya, by the order of others. Karoti, he used to act. Vistita, by force. Vetanata, or by some wages. Wa, either. Yat not ya, by begging. Yadrichaya, by its own accord. Va, oh, upasaditam, gotten. Alpam, a very small quantity. Bahu, a large quantity. Mristam, very palatable. Kat anam, stale, tasteless foods. Va, oh, abhyavahanari, sorry. Abhyavaharati, he used to act. He used to eat, sorry. Param, only. Na, not. Indriya priti, nimitam, for the satisfaction of the senses. Nitya, eternally. Nivrita, stopped. Nimitta, fruitive activity. Swasiddha, by self-accomplished. Vishuddha, transcendental. Anubhava, ananda, blissful perception. Swa-atma, labha adhigama, who has achieved knowledge of the self. Sukha dukhayo, in happiness and distress. Dvandva nimitayo, in the causes of duality. Asambhavita, deha abhimana, not identified with the body. Sita, in the winter. Ushna, in the summer. Vata, in the wind. Varasesu, in the rainfall. Bresa, a bull. Eva, like. Anavrita, anger, uncovered body. Pinaha, very strong. Samhanana, anger, whose limbs were firm. Standila, Sambesana, from lying down on the ground. Anumaradana, without any massage. Amajana, without betting. Rajasa, by debt. Mahamani, highly valuable gem. Eva, like. Anabhivyakta, unmanifested. Brahmavarchasa, spiritual splendor. Kupata va avrita, covered by a dirty cloth. Kati, whose lions. Upavitena, with the sacred thread, Uru Masina, which was highly blackish due to death. Dvijati, born in the Brahmana family. Iti, thus, saying out of contempt, Brahma Bandhu, a friend of a Brahmana. Iti, thus, Samgaya, by such names, Atat Gyagana, by persons not knowing his real position. Abhamata, being disrespected. Vichachara, he wondered. Translation and purport by Divine Grace H.H.Bhakti Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Degraded men are actually no better than animals. The only difference is that animals have 4 legs, and such men have only 2. Those 2-legged animalistic men used to call Jat-Bharat mad, dull, deaf, and dumb. They mistreated him, and Jat-Bharat behaved for them like a madman who was deaf, blind, or dull. He did not protest or try to convince them that he was not so. If others wanted him to do something, he acted according to their desires. Whatever food he could acquire by begging or by wages, and whatever came of its own accord, be it a small quantity, palatable, stale, or tasteless, he will accept and eat. He never ate anything for sense gratification, because he was already liberated from the bodily conception, which induces one to accept palatable or unpalatable food. He was full in the transcendental consciousness of devotion and service, and therefore he was unaffected by the dualities arising from the bodily conception. Actually, his body was as strong as a bull's, and his limbs were very muscular. He didn't care for winter or summer, wind or rain, and he never covered his body at any time. He lay on the ground and never smeared oil on his body or took a bath. Because his body was dirty, his spiritual effulgence and knowledge were covered, just as the splendor of a valuable gem is covered by dirt. He only wore a dirty loincloth and his sacred thread, which was blackish. Understanding that he was born in the Brahmana family, people will call him a Brahmana Bandhu and other names. Being thus insulted and neglected by materialistic people, he wandered here and there. Purport. Sri Narottam Das Thakur has sung, Deha Smriti Nahi Yara, Samsara Bandhana Kahantara. One who has no desire to maintain the body, or who is not anxious to keep the body in order, and who is satisfied in any condition, must be either mad or liberated. Actually, Bharat Maharaj, in his birth as Jat-Bharat, was completely liberated from material dualities. He was a Paramahamsa, and therefore did not care for bodily comfort. qualities of the Paramahamsa is mentioned here. We can see all of them in the personality of H.H. Bhakti. He does not care for his body. And although he was highly disrespected, he never protested. He was simply satisfied with whatever comes of its own accord. He was simply satisfied with every situation. Because he has transcended the modes of nature and is fully situated in the absolute platform. Therefore, he has never been external. Because he was not external, he never see the ordinary things which common people see. Like here, people call him names. He does not see them. So he's teaching here. Those who see externally will accept whatever is offered to them externally. The things which are offered to us are not the problems. The problem is how we accept them. It becomes a problem only when we accept that I am the person you are talking about, or whatever you are saying about me, it is true. For those who are self-realized, they understand 90% or 95% of what people say about us are not correct. Therefore, they have nothing to do with it. They behave exactly like an intelligent person who knows what is reality and what is relative. What is reality? He knows the difference. So when people offered him garbages, he does not accept them. We will accept them, or we do accept them only when we react to it. That means we accepted that everything you are saying about me, it is true. That is the difficulty. That is when we have problem. But H.H. Bhakti is completely aloof from whatever they say about him. His own brothers abandoned him. His father was very determined to train him, but because the brothers did not have the determination of the father, when the father left, the other abandoned him and considered him useless. But still, he does not care. For him to live free in this material world, he accepts everything as they come, either good or bad. So in winter he is equal to eat, in summer he is equal to eat. Whenever people offered him, he accepts. If he is giving a food, he does not check to see if it is a palatable dish or unpalatable dish, because he has full control over his tongue, over his senses, and therefore he does not consider if the food is good or not. Why? Because he's not eating for sense gratification. He is simply eating to keep the body on, not for sense gratification. That is the difference. We eat for sense gratification, therefore we consider good or bad. Good or bad, it is duality. Transcendence has nothing to do with good or bad. So here, H.H.Bhakti does not see what is good and what is bad, what is tasty and what is not tasty. Either people give him respect or don't give him respect. He is equal to it. And therefore, he is completely happy and satisfied. He has no material desires. Therefore, he has no activity to perform. Although he is working for others, he has no activity to perform. He has no activity to perform means he does not do things for his body. He does not do things for his senses. He is simply concerned with what nature offers. And he works towards that. Because of that, he is happy. He is satisfied. So, Northam Das Sekura sang here, a very nice song. Two kinds of people in this world. A person who is in deep ignorance live also a blissful life. Ignorance can be blissful. That is a ordinary person. Ignorance is blissful. So he suffers out of ignorance, but he has accepted. He gratified a sense in ignorance, and whatever the result comes, he is satisfied with it like a mad person. Another person, he is transcendental. He enjoys things. He enjoys his senses fully because he's a Paramahamsa. Both of them are transcendental. The only person who is miserable among them is those who are in the middle. Those who are not completely mad and those who are not completely transcendental. They're in the middle. Conditioned souls. Conditioned souls are miserable because we are neither there nor there. We are not deeply sunk in ignorance, and we are not completely liberated. So we are struggling. Because we are struggling with the senses, it's a lot of anxiety, frustrations, and bewilderment. But H.H.Bhakti is free. He is free. He did not come to this level just by chance. He worked for it. So it is said here, in his previous life, he has already become transcendental. Therefore, at this time, he is carefree. He is enjoying now the result of what he has practiced in the past. Of course, people do not recognize him. That is normal in the material world. Conditioned souls live a very dangerous life because we don't know what is good for us. We don't know what is bad for us. We don't know how to behave with a transcendentally pure person. So to be in your fight is very, very dangerous because we can easily make offense. So here people are making a lot of offense to H.H.Bhakti because they don't understand who he is. They don't know that he is a perfectly pure soul who is bewildering the common people who are in ignorance. Pure devotees and Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they come to this material world disguised. Most of them. They come to this material world disguised to do what? They scout for those who are ready for them. They will identify them, invest in them sufficient spiritual training, spiritual potency, and as soon as they finish their business, they will disappear. This activity goes on eternally. It did not only H.H.Bhakti doing this. There are so many great personalities who live in this material world disguised. Although they are completely pure and they don't belong to this material world, but they are not recognized. One example is Ramsiddharth Babaji Maharaj. Ramsiddharth Babaji Maharaj. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhu, he warns all his devotees, don't go to him. And if you go there, don't allow him to see you. Because Ramsiddharth Babaji Maharaj, whatever you do to him, he will chastise you. If you clean the room, just look at you, a rascal, full of ignorance. Did I ask you to clean this place? If you give him prasad, he will chastise you. Did I ask you for prasad? Did I tell him hungry? First you go. This is not devotional service. You are simply proud. You just want to show how good a devotee you are. Get out. If he is here today, how many of us will see him as a pure devotee? Or which of us will accept him as a special master? But when he sees Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he will not chastise him. He will say, oh, Saki has come. The Saki has come. Then that means Srimati Radhani is also around. He never chastises him because he knows who he is. But when he sees other people who are not genuine devotees, who are pretenders, he will chastise and he will never accept anything which you do as a service. He is completely aloof. He does not depend on anyone or anything. He is carefree because he's not part of this material world, although he's here. That Bharat himself, his own father, Lord Sabdev, he also behaved exactly like a mad person. Although he has ruled the citizen for years, after he gave up the management, he disguised himself and he was moving among the people whom he ruled for years, whom he took care for years, and nobody recognized him. They were throwing stones at him. They were spitting at him. They were calling him all kinds of names. But he never reacted to anything negatively. Everything was positive for him. He reacted always positively. Yet, people did not recognize. And that is the nature of the pure devotees and Krishna. That they come here disguised to look for those who are ready. And as soon as they see, they will get them trained, show them the way to continue, and they will give up. So here Jadbara is doing the same thing. Disguise, and he's deceiving those who are in ignorance, not to understand his transcendental position, so that they will not come and disturb his bhajan. Give me blessings, give me blessings, give me blessings. It's cheating. It's like Gorky Sardar Babaji Maharaj. He will buy fish and spread them all over. And he will sit there in the middle of the fishes all around. He will sit there in the middle of the fishes that is smelling. And he will be chanting Hare Krishna. And nobody will come there, then he will laugh. Just look at all of them. They are cheated. Because they are cheated, they cannot come here. He is deliberately doing it. But those who are really devotees, they will never experience the bad odor of the fishes around him. They will go there. And he will be happy to see them. And they will have their normal discussion. Merge in Krishna consciousness. So many pure devotees, they do this. Because they want to check those who are cheaters from unnecessarily disturbing their peace, their bhajan. In this way, they will give facility, they give chance for those who are really serious devotees to practice Krishna consciousness by taking their full association. Hare Krishna. Comments or question?